Alright, y'all. What it do? It's your boy Achilles. So, what is it? Save the world through accolades. Okay. Alright. What I want to tell y'all today, what I want to talk about. We just talk about work. You know, I'm still thinking about tax season. It's coming up. File my taxes. Hopefully I get to see, I hope, at least a good $800 to $1,000. I pay taxes. Well, I pay tax on every item and stuff that I have. It's Greasy Grove. Gotta be. What? This dude was so low. Ah. I'm still thinking about, you know, I'm still thinking about people talking about, like, you know, crypto and stuff. Like, crypto got hacked the other day, so that's something to think about. Me personally, I'm fine, but, you know, the exchange that I hold in got hacked, but my crypto and stuff is safe. I haven't got nothing ridiculous, like crazy. I'm not disclosing how much stuff that I own, but I think it's pretty decent for what I put in and what I made. It's decent. It's not anything crazy. Like if I put in $40 and the peak of something's all-time high, I had like 1,200. I think that's pretty good. You know, I wouldn't sell. That's just something I just don't believe in. Is selling. Most investments that I own, I don't sell. There's only one thing I did sell for a profit, and I put it into another coin. So far, it's been beneficial, I think. But again, everything's down, so I really focus on that. That was greasy. So most stuff I'm thinking about is just money. And you know, taxes, this, that, and the third. I be thinking about stuff. Now I also graduated, y'all. So I graduated from college, I'm done. Someone asked me why was I going to grad school. I'm like, I don't know about that. Grad school and stuff is not free. So everybody tells you what you should be doing, but stuff is not free, so. If someone paid me to go to grad school or something like that, I'll go, but otherwise, no, I'm not going. Or someone said I could get me a job, for real, for real. The job that I got is not, how can I put it this way? It's not good, and it's not bad either. Because I think about it, working 8 hours in a cubicle or something like that, or, you know, 9 to 5, I don't, Yeah, put that red dot on there, boy. I'm accurate. Guzzle juice. I don't know what this guzzle juice is. But, yeah. Well, yeah, me personally, I don't really feel like, you know, work or stuff is, you know, I'm not telling people not to, you know, have a job, second and third, but jobs and stuff are just, you know, they're not going to pay people, you know, what people are worth. I realized, like, you know, if God was at my job, we gone. I don't blame him, he seems stressed. We was chain smoking cigarettes like crazy. And me, you know, you're stressed out and smoking cigarettes. I don't know. Self-care, I was really talking to somebody about that. Like, self-care is very important. Like, you're not practicing self-care. You know, obviously, that's going to come with some repercussions. I was talking to someone with my sister really about, you know, pandemic, this, that, and the third, ran a few things about her. Hindsight and stuff is 2020, man. Hindsight is 2020. But you gotta really have to put stuff in perspective. Like, nobody really talks about college, and I'm 20, about to be 23. I mean, I don't have everything figured out, but I know I graduated with like good grades. I finished with a 3.15 GPA in high school. I finished with like a 2.8. And then part of that reason is because I didn't care. And then two, sometimes the teachers and stuff would lose my work and my grades and stuff would go down. I'm not making that up. Like, I'm not making stuff. The teachers would lose my assignments and stuff like that. And I get penalized when I know I turned it in. But that's besides the point. I mean, I got a business degree. I don't have to wake up anymore. I just have to go to work. And I work from 4 to 8, so I think that's pretty decent. Hopefully stuff does what it needs to do. That's my personal opinion. I remember before you used to take hella fall damage or something like this, but now you don't. If someone says that Fortnite falls off, I don't think that Fortnite, in my honest opinion, falls off. This is actually one of the games that I have a love and hate relationship with. Vanguard is terrible. I think I'm pretty okay at that, but I don't. My highest kill game was like 60 kills. And I got the screenshot, but the only thing I don't have is the actual recording. But I'm being truthful when I say I got like 60 kills. But the game is just not good. There are not too many games I want to sit up here and say that I want to purchase. Elden Ring might be one of the last games I do purchase. It comes out like February. So I might give that a good buy. As far as anything else, I really can't tell y'all guys. I know I'm about to die. Yeah. I'm dead, I had no heals. I got in a pretty bad firefight, so. And my boy was on, different story. one thing I think about, like, people say school and stuff is not worth it. Like, I think school, if you have to break stuff down, like going to college, I definitely say college and stuff is not for everybody. Like, if you know you're not a strong student, why go and waste money and, go and spend like $100,000 on loans? Like, I hear all this stuff about people talking about they have $100,000 of student loans, but at what point do you accept personal responsibility for going and taking out, $100,000 like loans? Unless you come in like a doctor or something like that, don't go into debt. And even then, doctors and stuff, it takes them like 10 to 15 years to pay that stuff back. Because, I mean, you have a family, this, that, and the third, you're not going to be able to finance, everything, like certain stuff. I feel like you're better off than, most people, because that's like someone goes to get a master's in like social work or something like that. I think that's a helpful job, but that doesn't pay that well. So effectively, you kind of screwed yourself in a way. So I'm not about to say I think that's pretty bad, but in a sense, you're not going to be well off. You're actually going to be in a lot of debt. So with that being said, the one thing I can say, like, about school, I graduated school debt free. The funny thing is, too, my semesters that was supposed to be free because of the CARES Act, and then, I was told free, everything was set up, but then I realized my school, what they had gone and done, stuff like that, so they tried to hit me with a $2,000 bill. Because they didn't see that, I didn't pay it off, or my parents didn't paid off the bill. Because we done paid a certain amount of money in the past, and it's like, once they see that your family makes some money, see, you're gonna pay some funds. And like, yeah, I'm still thinking about something about Pell Grants. I don't qualify for Pell Grant. And that's me being 100% honest. I don't qualify for that. I still think if someone asked me at work what music do I like to listen to, I was just like, I think music is very good for me. Like, in terms of, like, I don't know. Like, music in terms is very good. It just keeps you going. Like, if you're having a hard time with something, just listen to some music or something like that. Work out. Keep your mind intact. Trust me, I would know. But I feel like, hindsight, like, again, I'm gonna keep on saying hindsight has to be 2020. Difficult stuff like this, that, and the third, like, I still think about, people talking about, engagements or something like that. The whole world is turned upside down or something like that, or something bad happened. I mean, again, some stuff's just not meant to be. The more you try to force something, it's like, it's just not gonna work out. Like, for me, personally, I just be thinking about certain stuff, like, you really have to break stuff down for what it is. Like, how can I put it this way? Like, you notice, like, how can I put it this way? Like, someone talking about the dating scene right now. Like, we're like 20 something. This, that, and the third. Some stuff, it is what it is. Everybody has their own, like, set of problems, insecurities. I'm not insecure, and I'm like that. I think I'm good. Like, self-esteem problems, I never had those. I really don't care. That's the thing about it. I just don't care. I'm not talking about, like, anything crazy. I'm just saying I don't care about, like, this, that, and the third. Like, if someone's this, that, and the third, because I think I done eclipsed, like, a lot of stuff where people have, like, thought I should be and what's reality. That's how I'm thinking. Like, I done graduated school. I done accomplished so much despite, I guess, roadblocks. So, again, you have to just be focused on, you, focus on yourself. And I guess I'm not going to say stuff's going to fall in place because, some stuff is not going to fall in place. I'm still thinking about a relationship, and stuff like that. Nobody has themselves together, but it's a culmination of a lot of stuff. Like I be seeing stuff like people having the wrong kids by this, that, and the third, and putting each other's business out there, their dirty laundry. The thing I be thinking about the most is who suffers the most. Like, we have a kid. It's it's the kids. Whatever foolishness, this, that, and the third. There we go. You don't want to smoke. I think I'm okay at Fortnite. I don't claim to be the best, but I think I'm pretty decent, all things considered. What are some other things that I think about, like, in school? School doesn't really teach you. It teaches a lot of theories. So credentials, I think credentials, networking, yeah, I think part of that is important, but, think about networking and stuff like that. Some people could be dumb as a like bundle of bricks, and they only got where they were because of connections. I'm just stating facts, or otherwise. I feel like everybody is good at something, but some people just not, applying themselves to this, that, and the third. Like, for instance, like at my school, for instance, my high school, we used to have this thing, right, where, automotive stuff like that, it teach you how to fix brakes. stuff like that. But half the people in that class were skipping, this, that, and the third. That was actually a valuable class. But one thing I had to realize, everybody can't be, trying to change people's brakes. Like, $20 change someone's brakes. Your stuff fails to deploy. I mean, you get in an accident, your breakers or your spine, stuff like that, you hit a tree, you're dead. I think it's very important for you to have your goals and your own thing. Because to me, college and life is full of a lot of distractions. People just don't be thinking about the long term. And when you don't think about the long term, it's easy. It's very easy for yourself to get complacent and this, that, and the third. Cause if you're not even really doing anything, for instance, let me put it in a good way without being too come across too critical. How do I put it this way? Everything kind of has a shelf life. In regards to this, that, and the third, in terms your potential college student prospect, your most internships and stuff like that require people to have a 3.0. So if your GPA starts off terrible, and this, that, and the third, there's very little that you can do. Another thing I think about too is how some people don't see themselves as part of the issue. Wow. I didn't even see that dude. It is what it is. I think we're doing pretty good, but yeah. To me, college and then this, that, and so it's so easy to get blindsided. Over the course of winter break, you go back home, this, that, and the third. If you ain't got goals and you ain't got this type of stuff, it's easy to put stuff to the side and be this, that, and the third. Certain stuff work itself out. But in my personal opinion, a lot of stuff is not going to work itself out, if that makes any sense. If I'm not doing what I need to do now, in terms of like, if I haven't had that good foundation in terms of like work or this, that, and the third, it's not going to be just a overnight thing where I'm just, miraculously getting everything in order. It's not going to be one of those. It's not going to be a miraculous type of thing where, like, if I'm not putting in the work now and stuff like that, I'm not going to be of any value in terms, like, for employment. But one thing I think about employment, I told someone employment and stuff is bad. Because, like, let's see, hold on. I finished watching that video where someone was talking about something. The one thing I will say about like certain stuff, like this, that, and the third, I think, in all honesty, how I think, a lot of stuff is not safe in terms of like, when you really think about it. What I mean by it's not safe is once you think about, I don't know, like security for like assets and stuff like that, like, you store your stuff on a wallet. A wallet's not 100% secure, for one, and exchanges and stuff are not secure as well. But the thing about certain stuff, this crypto and stuff, need to be regulated. I mean, personally, I think in a way, yes. But then again, politicians and stuff like that, I don't, I just slid. Me personally, I don't think that, politicians should kind of, try to enter the space. I think there should be a lot more learning between the general public and, that's just my personal belief. Me personally, like I think a lot of stuff you have to put stuff in perspective. Like in terms of work, like work you have a shelf life. Like certain jobs and stuff like that. Like if you go to a flight school, you want to be a pilot. You do understand. I mean, you got school. You got to go to school for that. And at a certain point, you want to fly yourself. But you get taught by a thing. I don't really see myself ever trying to do something so strenuous as being a pilot. Because obviously, I see like being a pilot. I think it's cool, but like you want to have a family or something like that. You're not going to really be able to be in the home like that because you're always on the go. And honestly, I think about jobs and this and the third. I don't want to be in a job like have a work or something like that where I can't have a balance between like family time stuff like that. That's just like if someone asks you about investing or like putting your money and stuff in, like I think once something is good to a certain point, I say don't even invest your money in coins. It's the motherfucking thing. Oh, these guns are from say the word. The trooper. Security, man. Cybersecurity deal, and that's a big like cybersecurity. And then another point I would like to make, like you sometimes you gotta realize stuff like I'm not about to let a job or like anything, whether it be like a romantic relationship or something like that. Can't let it waste your time, man. Time is valuable. Another thing too, I still think about college. Just because I have a college degree, I make more money than people. They have to pay me more money. So I got options. So the job I work at don't require me to I can become a manager, but I don't want to be a manager for this company that I work for. Just don't. Because it basically means I have to open and close stuff. Then I have to wake up. Well, I probably wake up at 6. Probably work 12 hours. You're probably getting $5,000 a month working, but nah. This is not my speed. I'm 20. Welcome to the real world, but no. What? I can't catch a break. Let me watch what this guy's talking about, how he got hacked for $77,000.
And I recently was hacked 2 nights ago while I was asleep. $50,000 worth of Saitama was stolen out of my Trust Wallet account. It was transferred to some wallet that has over $43 million in Saitama. I'm not really seeing it on Twitter or not really seeing it on Reddit, but that person actually stole a lot of people's cryptocurrency the other day, and I was one of them. The crypto that he took from me was valued at $50,000 at the time. Now it's probably worth $77,000. I wanted to just share this video with any unsuspecting people out there who might do what I did. The problem started with Coinbase wallet. I noticed about 2 weeks ago I had a coin inside of my wallet called Key7.net, and I didn't know what it was. It was valued at about $98,000. So I'm like, they made a mistake. Let me click in this and see what this is. That was my biggest mistake. I actually clicked inside of the coin to see what it was. And then there was a prompt that wanted me to upload my MetaMask account to that crypto coin to purchase something. And I was like, well, I'm not going to buy anything. I thought it was just an advertisement. So I backed out, and no harm, no foul. I thought it was over. Then something started making me think, well, maybe you should research that coin a little bit. So I started looking at different things on the net, and I found that that's a way scammers can have access to your cell phone or to your computer by phishing or whatever. So to be safe, I transferred all of my Saitama from my Coinbase wallet to another wallet, a Trust wallet. And I thought I was safe. About a week goes by, and which was 2 nights ago, they got $50,000 out of that wallet that I transferred all of my coins to. So they might have gained access to my phone with Coinbase, and then they just waited for the right time, and a week later, they cleaned me out. And I just want to tell anybody that if you have something inside of your wallet that you do not purchase, do not touch it. And furthermore, you should probably start transferring all of your coins out of that wallet into a whole new wallet so you're not exposed. Or you can try a hard wallet. Obviously, I didn't know all of that at the time, or I would have done it myself. But that's what this video is about. Just be mindful. If you didn't purchase it, and it's appearing in your wallet, don't open up anything because they can take control of your cell phone. They took control of my cell phone and transferred funds without my authorization. And I just want everybody to be safe and have a good Friday.
A lot of crypto projects and stuff that I got hacked yesterday. For me, personally, I did not lose any funds, really, at all. But other people, that can't be said for them, but I'm thankful. To me, I think I hold a modest bag. I'm not going to try to add any more coins. And as soon as this stuff allows me to withdraw, I'm out from this exchange to hold my stuff on because they got hacked the other day for $200 million. $200 million. That's no small feat. $200 million. And then too, the one thing I realized too about people talking about investing, Robinhood and stuff like that, they have data breaches. Nobody in our entirety can prevent a data breach. That's just impossible. The only thing a company can try to do is rectify the issue. So tell you that your stuff has been exposed or leaked. I'm looking at all my coins and stuff right now, but some people probably think they bet I think I'm good. I never said I'm good. I think I'm okay. I'm better than I was before. Me, I think I'll try to give people valuable lessons. Stuff I say is kind of valuable. Now, I don't try to BS it to you. I try to give it straightforward to you. Some things I think about on the regular is just money, money. I think I'm doing a good job of trying to manage my money. I think I done made plenty of mistakes. I think I done made plenty of mistakes, but I never really, in entirety, fumbled a bag. in a sense. Like I haven't done anything that crazy where it's like, wow, okay. I like that. And I'm still thinking about like jobs. Sometimes you be thinking backwards for jobs, like, you know. Some probably like a job is like doing this and the third. A job is a job. Like, I'm not talking just you talking job and stuff is good. Like, you know, it gives you some skills, some others like access to stuff. But I realize most jobs and stuff like you learn skills and stuff like that. Then obviously, you know, you're not going to be able to. Let's say I worked for a tech company or something like that, and I gained skills and knowledge like someone. They're gonna have you sign like all these different forms, like non-compete clauses, where like I work for a company and the skill set that I got, I can't, you know, use that to help another company out if when I decide to like leave. I don't work for no tech company. I work for a grocery store, and yeah. Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I gain some skills, some insider knowledge, something like that, I can't go back and use that double competitor. Like, a lot of jobs, they do poaching. They'll recruit from their competitors, this, that, and the third. They have a skill set, stuff like that. But I feel like a job, when you think about a job and the entirety of it, a job is only going to basically cover certain stuff. Like, you know, there's a lot of people, adults and stuff like that, they work for, I don't know how many different fields they work for, but they've definitely done a lot within like the last few years. In terms of like, you know, career changes. Like they were working, at some place, and then, you know, before you know it, you know, they went through 3 different career stuff. Like they're working at a gym, they're a restaurant, stuff like that. Then the next moment, you know, what you realize that the careers and stuff that you've gone through is just like you don't waste a lot of time. And I don't want to be one of those people. Someone say you should stay where you're at. You know, jobs. Me personally, I don't believe so. I feel like you're best off in your own lane, and, trying to do something like everybody's business and stuff like that. To me, some people's business and stuff is not worth patronizing. I'm just as far as I can be. And what I mean by that is like, I feel like, the pandemic is really, a lot of businesses and stuff have closed their doors, but you look at, there's other stuff that's caused people to go out of business. And again, like I said, this PPP money, I feel bad in a sense that, people who qualify for PPP money necessarily didn't get it. But at the same time, we got scammers and people out here, and then people filing false unemployment claims like they don't live in the United States and they getting it. That's kind of crazy in my opinion, but that kind of goes to show you. And then you think about all this stuff, you're paying more money for goods and services. Oh my God. And then the fact that you top that on to Social Security is running out of money, that makes zero sense. Do I believe in Social Security? The answer to that question is no. I just don't believe it. Because I don't really I think old people, so they should be taken care of for certain stuff, like certain expenses, but my whole thing is, if someone never put in money and stuff, they shouldn't reap the benefit of, like, I know that sounds crazy, it's a double-edged sword, I'll put it that way. If someone never put in money, I'm paying the most amount of money and stuff like that, or your parents, like 40-something years old, or however old they are, they're pretty much paying for something that's not going to be around. And then people are reaping the benefits of it. Social Security, great concept, but again, it's idiotic. And it's been around since like the 1940s. I think it was like FDR, somebody did it. And so far, it has served its purpose. It was for baby boomers and then people around that time. Because back then, people didn't even live that long for being, like, for real. People used to, like, die, like, at 50-something. So I always think about stuff like that, Infrastructure, too, is also another critical component of pretty much a lot of stuff. Like, you don't have the infrastructure in place, you're going to pay a lot more money for goods and services. Like, for instance, a lot of people was complaining about my store. A lot of people don't know what goes on inside the store. Like, people come and ask me about firewood. I don't know anything about firewood. Like, in terms of being in the store, we have some today, but we tell them, how come we don't have firewood? We don't bulk buy firewood. And it is what it is, I think from a logical standpoint, you don't see it, we don't have it. And that makes the most sense to me. You don't see it, we don't have it. What? Oh my god. I got smoked. Jesus Christ. I got smoked. I'm so close. I'm not bad. I got close. Too close. And I just smoked it. I know how to claim a certain amount of rewards. So that's what we're gonna do. Rewards. That's 10-15. Another thing I want to point out to y'all, if y'all do crypto, always set up security on your stuff. Like, you have to ask authentication for your transaction site, and then never give out your private key. Never give out your private key to anybody. Always write it down on a sheet of paper and then keep that locked up and sealed away. Keep that locked up and sealed away, so that's something I think everybody should know. I think crypto and stuff is good. Is it toxic? In a way, I do think a lot of stuff is toxic if you really think about it. Like 2K is toxic. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I played 2K the other day, and to be honest, I wasn't surprised. Like, the gameplay is terrible. Even though I was winning, 2K has no value to me. I know that sounds crazy, but when you really think about it, I mean, I'm almost literally 23. I mean, that's not even old. But understand my fan base, 2K doesn't have the same fanfare that it does. Wow. Two K don't have the same fanfare that it did like 8 years ago because now I'm a grown man. And I think a lot of people need to get that through. Like, you know, I didn't play 2K hard. The last good 2K, in my opinion, is literally, it almost is going to have to be a good 7 years ago. Because 2K16 came out 2015 in October time. That's 7 years. Like, and then if you think about it, that's pretty pitiful. If the best is 7 years ago, what happened? No, 2K's defense is terrible. They only fix the left-right stuff. And to me, I faced a guy who was left-righting and stuff like that. He wasn't left-righting again, but he still was doing OP stuff. And there was nothing I could do to really stop it. Because he kept on doing fades, and then circus threes are still overpowered. And then you take an off-balance shot. For the life of me, I cannot stress 2K is probably at its peak of having people as it's reached its apex, man. They're never coming back. No, nobody spends their money with 2K anymore. I'm not sending $0 with 2K, and I want to live on that. I will not spend a dime on 2K again. Yeah, I'm off, y'all. Peace.